I think that if I ever had my hair neat again, that would be a strange anomaly. Because I've reached this point with my hair where I constantly want to look mildly hurricane swept. Not just wind swept. This is like Dorothy in the tornado, twist the thing, and then crash landing in Oz. There should be straw-like texture, and it should not fall naturally. Hi everyone, my name is Charlie, and today I have a book haul for you. And you might be thinking, Charlie, you just uploaded a book haul. You talk about the perils of capitalism often, and yet here I am. Because, as I mentioned in the last haul that I've currently not edited, it's the 2nd of January and I edited that, I've not recorded a few videos, and also I'm coming into this video without having made a pot of coffee or bringing a cup of tea with me. I'm just on the water, and that was too many ands, so many ands, in fact I actually forgot what I was going to say. Waterstones had a sale. I acquired some books. I've forgotten what I ordered, so I thought I would turn this into an unboxing for us all. They have this sale every year. Some presents I'd bought myself for Christmas weeks beforehand had ended up actually in the sale, so that was mildly disappointing, and I should remember that every year. But for the most part, I went through. I sat there for a good hour, and I've forgotten what I bought. Emily of Novel Novels asked me, and so I said she'd have to wait for the video because I've forgotten as well. So technically, Emily, this video's for you, if it ever sees the light of day, because Lord knows I cannot be bothered with editing at the moment. Anyway, we're opening a package, that's what that noise is. Right, well, this has just got one book in it. So you think, oh, Charlie, maybe you've just ordered one book. Now, I'll just say now, this book's been a bit battered. We know I don't much care for battered books, but it seems to just be this little bit of paper around the front. The actual hardcover seems okay. What book is this, by the way? What book is it? This is No, it's not. This is Square Haunting by Francesca Wade. And I wrote this book down months ago after seeing Sarah of Hardcover Hearts review it. I believe she read it with somebody else. And this is about 5 women, H.D., a modernist poet, Dorothy L. Sayers, Jane Allen Harrison, Eileen Power, and Virginia Woolf, who all lived on this same square. Not at the same time, I don't believe, but it's going to be discussing them and life between the war and some stuff like that, and their lives, and just, you know, it's non-fiction, holding a light up to 5 influential women, I believe. Sarah seemed to enjoy it, so I thought, do you know what? I'll acquire that. And then I didn't, and then I saw it in the sale and was reminded, maybe that's why I've got a battered copy, because I waited till the sale. I don't know. I don't mind. I'm looking forward to it. Right. Oof. For this next box, I've had to bring out the big guns. These scissors. I've had these scissors for a while now. I stole them off my parents and I keep them in the drawer beside my bed because who doesn't want to arm themselves? If you wanted to look into the mind of someone who's mildly anxious, then always check what's in their bedside table. It's actually just because I buy razors and I can never get them open, so I just keep a pair of scissors handy. Anyway, my brother has a penknife. That went quite far down. I might have cut a book, I don't know. Ugh. Did I ever tell you about that time that my books had to come through? This is some Doris books or something. I can't remember which. Wait, I only wrote Doris. It was Doris. And they'd had to open the box at customs. Sliced right through one of my books. Did they mention it and give me any money? No. Did I mention it to anybody? No. Right. Okay. We're in the box. We've got a lot of this blue stuff. I can't do anything with this. See, this is why I prefer like a bubble wrap or a tissue paper situation, because I'll use that to re-gift things. I'm sure I can take that to work if we're ever allowed back. So firstly, let's just get the silliest purchase out of the way, and that was Violet Bent Backwards Over the Grass by Lana Del Rey. This was exceptionally expensive originally and should not have been the price it was. And I was a fan of Lana Del Rey back in the day, and I saw this and it was reduced mightily. So I thought I'd take a look and see what I thought, since it is supposed to be poetry and I'm a fan of poetry. I mean, I need to get a better shelf for all of the poetry, but still. So yeah, it was reduced and I've bought it and I'll see what I think. But I have this strange sense that it might be a case of pretentious rupee core type stuff that I'm not particularly fond of. I'll just reach in, because for whatever reason, all of these books are on their side or their back, so I've still no idea what I'm reaching in for. Then we have Love in Colour by Bolu Babalola. So I'm pretty sure that this is tales of women who've appeared in mythology and legend, rewritten to give them the main focus. Maybe, possibly, probably not. This is me we're talking about. I always forget books, but I think it's short stories as well. I'm sure I saw this made Lauren and the Books' best books of 2020 list. I know that I planned to get it at some point last year. I saw it in the sale and something clicked, so it's here now. One thing I forgot to mention is that I've actually run out of space on my shelves again. I now have 1, 2, 3, 6, 10, 14, 15. I have 15 shelves full. The ones over there are double stacked. So you could even say that technically that's about 12 shelves of its own. I have this huge stack over here, which is all unread. I've got supermarket bags around me, and now I have boxes of books, and I'm still planning on buying more in future. Somebody want to buy me a house with a library? I could do that, you know. I could, yeah. I will sell my body for a library. Next, we have The Left-Handed Booksellers of London by Garth Nixt. Nope, his name is Garth Nixt, not Nixt, although, you know. This references books. It references Arthurian legend, and it has fighting booksellers. So I got it. Yes, I unhauled the Sabriel books last year, but this spoke to me, and it was cheap. Ooh, what have we got here? What have we got? I've just realised there's books down the side that I hadn't noticed. What's this? Oh, wow. You can tell that it's been a good buying spree when they've got to send your receipt over 2 A4 pages. Oh, wow, a lot of these were quite cheap. Oh, well, that has just made me feel a lot better. Right. Let's pull out one of the books on the side. Oh, I remember this. This is A Short History of the World According to Sheep by Sally Coulthard. I wanted this for Christmas, and then I had to choose between this and English Pastoral by James Raybanks, so I went with the James Raybanks because I've read his work before. Then this book was in the sale, and I believe that this is actually a history of the way that sheep have been farmed across the world. It's not just central to England. That appealed to somebody who is the son of a shepherd. Of course, I have no wish to farm, and I say this all of the time. I am definitely the black sheep of the family. The pun is not intended, and I just mean that in the case of I have no interest in farming like my siblings do. This is apparently going to be a nice non-fiction book about the history of how sheep have been farmed. Oh gosh, there's a lot of notes in the back. That's one of the things with non-fiction. You always think that it's going to be quite a long book, and then you look and you realise there's so many notes. And I don't care what anybody says, I do not read the notes. So this is actually, it is a short history because it's only 278 pages. We're going down the side again. And this time we got Ex Libris, 100 Books to Read and Reread by Michiko Kakutani. This is another book I saw pre-sale, and I saw it was in the sale, so I got it. And I do think that this is just the author's reviews of books that they have enjoyed and the books that they think everyone should read. And, you know, I like a list. This book is definitely very beautifully made. Usually it's £17 and I got it for cheaper than that. It's got some very nice end pages. I don't like to crack the spine, so I won't be showing you that. It's got some nice illustrations inside, and so I got it because I wanted this. It appealed to the person inside me who likes books. Wait, that is literally my entire character. Next we have The Thief on the Winged Horse by Kate Mascarenhas. And I'd never heard of this book before I saw it in the sale. The men in this Kendrick family are the only ones allowed to make the dolls, and the daughter Persephone wants to break that tradition and make dolls for herself. There seems to be a sense of maybe some magic in here, but maybe not. Maybe it's crime. Maybe it's crime and magic. I don't know. It sounded intriguing enough to me. Maybe there's a hint of fairy tale and whimsy. I don't know. The back talks about it being dark and horrifying, and that's from Sci-Fi Now. Finally, I got Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. The fourth book in the Stormlight archive. I have read and listened to the other three, and it's a very long rewriting of Power Rangers, basically, but it exists, and I will probably do the same thing I've done with the other three books. I don't yet own Oathbringer. This doesn't match my covers either because I have the American editions. I'm putting up here because these books here, you can see just this, yeah, there, those books there are books 1 and 2, Way of Kings and Words of Radiance. I actually went to see Brandon Sanderson talk about Words of Radiance when it first came out with my friend Lindsay, so that was years ago. I've listened to Oathbringer, but I don't own it. And now I own Rhythm of War, and I'm probably going to download the audiobook as well and do a bit of a mix of reading and listening, because there is something quite nice about going through and seeing all the illustrations that are in here as well. Oh, for crying out loud, Mr. Sanderson. Oh, this book's 1,200 pages as well. I mean, Lord. Look, it should go here. This is where on the shelf it should go. But I've no room on this shelf unless I move stuff. I'm not even putting that on top of the other books because I worry about what it will do to them. So there. How many books was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was 8 books. And I believe I last hauled 10 books. So that's 18 books that have arrived in my house in the last week. And we add that to the 47 I purchased in October, which were just the Anthony Trollope books. Then I purchased some more in September for Victober. I probably bought more books in the last year than I had previously purchased in the 3 to 4 years before that when I was trying to save money. Now, I will say, actually, no, I don't need to explain buying things. I don't need to explain using my own money to acquire books. Other people can see it as frivolous, and I don't care. I just remembered I also purchased 84 Charing Cross Road by Helen Hanff for a read-along hosted by Sarah of Hardcover Hearts, but I read that yesterday and forgot to include it here, so yeah, let's make that a 9. 19 books in 2 weeks. Strangely enough, that is not even the most books I've ever hauled in one time. Anyway, after this fragrant... I can't speak today and it's a lack of coffee. After that flagrant disregard of saving money, I am going to go and make a pot of coffee. If you've read any of these books and think that I should prioritise certain ones over the others, then please let me know which in the comments. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and until next time, that is all.